Are you looking to become a Tier 1 operator in the gaming world? Elevate your games with Black Site Studio Terrain.
All right. Welcome, neighbor. We are live. Producer, are we sounding good?
I believe we are.
All right. Welcome, one and all. We are working on our next project in our 13 hours equals 13. I'm sorry. Let me reverse that. 13 days equals 13 hours.
Something with 13.
Yeah, 13 something. So I thought tonight we'd work on probably one of the most important aspects of the project itself, and that is this guy right here. Dawn, can you switch over to the close-up?
Why, yes. Yes, I can.
Okay, so that there, my friends, is Ambassador Christopher Stevens. So that is priority number one for our GRS operators. This is what this whole project's about. Can we change history? You can switch back. And can we change history and rescue the ambassador? So tonight I thought it would be only fitting that we paint him up. Okay. So tonight for Brew and View, it's only me and Dawn, our producer, director, camera person, switcher extraordinaire. Marty is off doing VFW stuff. It's their VFW meeting night, so him and Chris are unavailable. I heard that Gaz is off chasing down Apache helicopters across England because I guess they had a big storm and pilots don't know when to say no and decided to fly in bad weather and had some aircraft go down. Nothing like a crash, just because of weather, mechanical issues. So he's out working on those. He said he's going to put on a shit kickers and go kick some pilot butt. So we'll see what happens there.
And Skoback says hello.
Hey, Skoback, how are you? All right, so Dawn, if you'd switch to the close cam for me. Okay, so we have the ambassador here. Can you see that okay?
The handle.
How about that?
Nope, more.
There?
More.
There?
Yeah, kind of.
All right, well, we're going to fix that. All right, hold on, guys, because we want this. How about that?
A little more.
I don't know how much more I can get.
Now slide that handle up a little bit more. No, other way. There you go.
Okay. All right, so we have the ambassador here. Now, as you can see, this is the Spectre miniature for high-value target, one of them. As you can see, he's holding a briefcase and he's wearing a jacket and a tie. Now, obviously, in real life and in the movie, they depicted him not wearing a tie, not wearing a jacket, not carrying a suitcase, or a briefcase in this case.
So taking a lot of liberties.
Well, we want to make him stand out from the crowd a little bit. So, honestly, I could cut off the briefcase easily. I mean, just a snip here and it would come off. But I think we're going to leave it on just to stand out. We'll see how it goes. So I've already primed him in GW paint. Which one did I use? I used Citadel Wraithbone as my base. And obviously we're going to start with black. We're going to give him a black shirt. And I want to make sure I get the right one. Marty used all the colors here, so. And since Marty's not here, I can talk all the crap I want about him. All right, so we're going to continue on our theme of using contrast paints. So we're going to use the Black Templar paint. Can you see that? Yes, no, maybe?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to continue on with the contrast paints. And Dawn, interrupt at any time you would like if anybody has any comments, questions, concerns.
But of course.
All right, I'm using a wet palette here, so I'm going to load up the palette. And then contrast paints, because, technically you're not supposed to paint outside of straight from the bottle. So, all right, I'm going to wet my brush here. I'm going to move my water over here. Got to watch out for my brew. Now, somebody asked me, what is Brew and View? Well, it depends on your terminology. Here in the good old US of A, we don't consider brew as in coffee or tea. Brew to us is beer or other fuzzy beverages, right? A good brew. Gaz considers a brew as a cup of tea. Englishman, I tell you. And my brush needs severe cleaning because somebody did not take care of their brush properly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and lay down a layer here. Can you see that okay, Dawn?
Yep.
All right, perfect.
That's very black.
It is very black. It's hence black. Okay. Don't worry, we're going to color them all up and you will be just fine. So how's everybody doing? Any interesting hobby and gaming going on? Anything like that?
I got crickets.
Crickets?
Cricket.
Who's playing cricket?
Nobody.
Oh, nobody's playing cricket. It's just not much going on right
That
now.
would be a weird thing to comment on.
Playing cricket?
Just playing some cricket.
Well, you know, it's a sport. It's one of those British things. Your UK things, British Empire things, whatever you want to call it. So as you saw, Gaz has been cooking away on his baddies. He's been doing some regular painting and streaming, which is good. And Jim has been hard at work on game design and play testing. If you didn't see his latest one, not this past one, which was Air War, I think him and Jen played a battle on Air War, Team Yankee, I think it was. It was F-16s against MiGs or Su-27s or something like that. He did Mogadishu not too long ago in Valor and Victory, I believe it was, the system. And that was a prelude to play testing for the transit game for this project we're working on. So it was deeper meaning. All right, Mr. Ambassador. Christopher Stevens, the ambassador's name. And I'm going to give him a red tie because I can.
It's his power tie.
It's his power tie. It is. Just got to make sure I get the black layer down. Okie dokie. Oops. Missed his collar a little bit.
I think we might have to work up a little graphic or something for you guys to keep a tally of how many minis you are into this.
We could do that
Especially
easily.
when you've got Gaz whittling away. And
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a very good idea. All right, so the base coat's down.
it's looking professional already.
No, it isn't. I'm colored outside the lines.
I said, no, he's looking professional.
Oh, he's looking professional?
Like a businessman.
All right. So,
Ambassadorial.
he looks ambassadorian.
Yes. This is the way.
This is the way. I have spoken. All right, so I'm going to paint his briefcase. I'm going to use Contrast Skeleton Horde. It's a brownish color. So we've been working on a lot of different projects, if you haven't noticed. One of them is I'm working on a virtual air wing fighter group in DCS World. That's the Air Flight Combat Simulator, using F-18s. And I did a music video-ish type thing over the weekend as a test because I learned how to record video in VR because I'm using an Oculus and doing it all in VR. So we did a test video, and Dawn, if you look on the channel switcher there's a thing that says VF150 is a source. Do you see that one? Scene, I mean.
Uh-huh.
If you switch that one and bring it up live, that'll play some of the video while I throw some paint down on this.
Are you looking to become a Tier 1 operator in the gaming world? Elevate your games with Black Site Studio Terrain.
Yeah, it's going to play Black Site Studio. Big Jim. So no, you're not watching me play DCS World if you just joined us. It is just a preview of the music video I created in DCS World. That is all. Let me know when you actually get to video.
Okay. I'm seeing video now.
Okay. So it's just a quick video. If you want to
Hello,
check it out,
everybody,
there's,
and welcome
it's on
to
our
the
YouTube
SITREP
page.
podcast.
I think it's on Facebook,
This is our new
Twitch,
program called
maybe?
VFA 150. This is a virtual fighter attack squadron in the U.S. Navy, flying
All right, so for
F-18s
those
currently.
just joining us, we're working on the ambassador, Christopher Stevens, and
Got your guy's head out of your shot
ooh,
again.
sorry.
There you go.
all right, let's go for some flesh. Flesh them up. So Jim, ooh, crap, that came out too damn quick. I was telling people about your Mogadishu game, which was kind of a sort-of-ish playtest-ish of the transit game, if you will.
Jim says, "What's up, Gianna Dawn?" I'm just here pushing some buttons.
Yeah, you know how to push
button
buttons.
Pusher.
You are a button pusher. Painting some dudes. Painting some dudes. It's a hit song.
Clearly.
All right. Well, we're now in convention season, gaming convention season. LVO just happened. Adepticon's coming up. Salute, UK Games Expo, Origins, Gen Con, Historicon. And Dawn, which ones are we going to this year?
None of them.
Not a single one. Maybe Historicon, which she's totally excited about.
We might make an appearance at Adepticon.
Yeah, we might make
like
appearance.
literally just to like check stuff out, which would be kind of fun for a change.
So if you haven't caught the, well, I don't think we announced it on the podcast, did we? No, I think we recorded it before we made that decision. So Dawn and I have made a very tough decision. At least for now, we've decided our lives are getting really busy with family obligations, and I'm going back to school, and Dawn's going to be going back to school at some point in her career, that we just didn't have time for OTT.
Yeah.
So we spoke to Warren, and he was very gracious about it, and he said, right now, we're just going to have to step back. Unfortunately, we just can't commit like we'd want to. So
There's just only so much of us to go around right now.
that's right. So as of right
got
now,
a grandbaby coming in Germany.
yeah.
Okay, and a wedding.
Yeah.
That'll be happening in November.
Freaking
I
wedding.
Job. So we kind of need our vacation time to be vacation stuff.
Yeah. Yes, my daughter is getting married. Yay. I'm just thrilled
Stop it.
to no end.
Turned your little dude there.
I know. No. So what's everybody doing up hobbying wise? Anything? Anything?
I think I am ready.
Who's ready?
Me.
For hobbying?
To try to paint something.
What?
Yeah. Not on
You?
camera. Don't get all excited. And certainly not historical minis.
Well, you got a ton load of
do.
Harry Potter stuff
I
sitting
do.
over here.
But I said I think I came up with a good idea though. I'm going to have a go at some of my zombies from Walking Dead.
Yeah? Why, you don't think those can get messed up?
Well,
I mean, not that you
I'm
would,
not
but...
but I won't, I'm not going to be so married to, they have to look like just so.
Right.
You know, and that way I'm really digging watching you guys go with these contrast paints and thinking...
Yeah,
I'm going to see how it works, and I can build my confidence level up a little bit before I try to move into something else.
There you go.
And I said it. Then, once I feel more comfortable with it, like I definitely want to start doing something with those Harry Potter guys, but I think my dust guys are going to be the next step.
Really?
Yep. Because then at least I can kind of get into like a theme with painting them. Again, confidence builders, right?
Right. Alright, so I'm going to try and do a little shading, highlighting on this guy's suit, the ambassador's suit, and I'm going to start with some contrast paint, the Basilicanum Gray. Easy for you to say.
I was going to say, what?
I don't know, these people come up with these names. Alright.
That sounds like an ambassador. Now I can't even say the word I just made up. Ambassadorial. There. It's pretty bad when you go for the joke and then you can't spit the word out.
Right.
So, my question to you is, with what you're painting there, is what color are you going to make his shoes?
You know, okay.
Because it's got a brown briefcase going.
I have a problem with brown shoes.
I know you do. That's why I brought it up.
The whole new, let's wear brown shoes with a suit.
But they'd match his bag.
I guess I'm a little on the old-fashioned side that it should be black shoes or dress shoes. But, you know, if you want to be in style, you want the...
Depends on if he's a trendy ambassador or not.
You know.
You can decide.
I don't think style was his consideration when all this went down. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, to be fair, on the table you'll also have the pink and purple guy. So
that's Jen's fault. So that is all Jen's fault.
Speaking of, I got Because Science Teacher in the house. Hey guys.
All right.
What? She says. I know. See? Were your ears ringing, Jen?
It's really blue.
What did I do? She says.
Made Marty paint purple and god awful colors.
And he loved every minute.
Yes, he did. All right. It's a very blue gray. That's okay. That'll highlight well. So anybody got any new games they're playing or new something going on?
Says, I did no such thing. I just suggested hot pink and then he ran with it. And you are so right, Jen, because that's how Marty rolls.
Yeah, you don't have to encourage him much.
Nope.
Marty will, yeah. He, definitely does not need encouragement to go against the grain, shall we say.
That was a very PC way to describe it.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Alright. So, question is, I think Jim's all done with his part of the project. I think now it's just waiting on us.
Paint faster.
Yeah. That's it. We'll paint faster.
How many baddies does Gaz still have to do?
You know what? I've lost count. And we still have to order more, I think.
And Jim says, I still have to build the main map.
Oh.
Okay, so he's not done.
Okay. Well, you know, I was thinking.
But yes, over halfway done, he says.
Even if he gets his portion done first, we can play his portion. Because the way I'm thinking it, now go with me on this. Mm-hmm. If guys get zapped in the portion that he plays, I don't have to paint them. If the ambassador gets wiped out, game over.
Sneaky. That's cheating.
So, you know, Jim gets to do all the work. And then we just pick up the pieces.
Your gas. Son of a...
Well, he's painting bad guys. We're going to reuse bad guys. So, I mean, I'm talking about the good guys. But we've already painted all the good guys. Except the only thing we haven't painted yet is the State Department security team. We have guys we'll use, but those are I just thought about that the other day. We haven't painted them yet. So
yeah. Let's go back. So that definitely sounds like cheating.
Who said that?
Let's go back. And then Jen goes, no, that's smart planning, not cheating. That's
right. It's only cheating if you get caught.
And Jim said, I offered this before. I can make sure no one gets into the compound.
Oh, he's so sure of himself. So sure of himself.
Gotta bring your guy back in.
I know, and I'm trying to paint a little spot that I can't see. So, hey, producer person, chill out for a minute. There.
Can't win for losing. Why did you tell me I'm not in the shot? Because then I tell you in the shot, and you tell me to shut up. So I don't know which way you want it.
All right.
Jim, I think you're kind of onto something there, though. I think we might have to look into exploring alternate endings. Like, you can do the Scooby-Doo factor. It's like, but what if this happened? No one makes it into the compound.
All right, I'm painting brown shoes.
Uh-oh, out of shot, painting brown shoes.
All right, so here you go. Brown.
Does it hurt?
Yes, it hurts. I don't know what millennial thought brown shoes with black clothes was a grand idea. And that it's stylish. But I have to say, if you remember back in the 80s, well, you don't remember the 80s. You were still in middle school. People used to wear high tops with suits.
Sure.
So, you know, there was that whole fad. I had a pair of parachute pants. Red ones. Bright red.
Jim says, one IED can save you guys a lot of painting.
Oh, please. He's so sure of himself.
Oh, see? That sounds like a challenge.
It does sound like a challenge.
You gotta think that one through, man. It's tough to bait the GM, you know?
Well, he's got to remember, he's going to have 3 experienced military people playing the GRS people. And technically speaking, we don't have rules of engagement.
Uh-oh.
They're civilians.
Yep.
I mean, did they really have rules of engagement? We could just smoke every person.
I was going to say, whoa.
Family show. We could just smoke everybody.
And Jen says, no, the man, the legend, Sonny Crockett pioneered the no socks and white
That's right.
Suits. That is right. Big bonus points for Jen.
Way to go, Jen. My all-time favorite TV show. The best show ever.
And Jim says, he's not playing the Libyans. He's just designing the game. See, another alternate ending.
Well, then I guess we need to start looking for volunteers to play the Libyans. So anybody that's watching, if you want to play the Libyans and try and stop the GRS guys from getting to the compound, sign up now. Because, Jim's going to be the game referee, shall we say? I'm assuming that's what he is. Or is he playing? Is Jim playing? What is Jim planning on doing? What are you doing?
What would Jim do?
What would Jim do? Oh, I got to change that now.
And then he says, I think Gaz is playing the Libyans. We
okay.
sorted this one out on the streams. There you go.
All right. Gaz is playing the Libyans, huh?
That's only fair. He's painting everybody.
Well, I'm painting some too. I got stuff there. Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's that brush taste?
Delicious.
Painty?
Hairy. All right. So the question is, was Christopher Stevens a Democrat or a Republican?
I know, it's really sad for a brief moment there. I was like, who's Christopher Stevens?
Wow.
Jim says, plan. I'm designing and playtesting. Gaz is playing the Libyans. And I thought Gianna/Marty were playing the GRS.
Well, we are playing the GRS. You remember, there's 2 vehicles. 6 team members. So out of 2 vehicles, you're going to have 2 people playing, because in case they get separated, depending. And then since there's 6 members...
And Jen's screaming, no, this is a current politics-free zone.
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
Uh-oh.
If Ambassador Stevens was a Democrat, he ain't now, because the Democrats were in the White House, and they kind of left his ass out hung to dry. I'm going to say he's at least in the middle of the road if he's not a Republican. That's assuming if he was still alive. So,
What is that?
I don't know. Something crashed in our house. So, yes, that's all the politicking we're going to say on that one. Okie dokie. All right. I don't know what's going on the chats because the producer walked away because there was a large thud in her house somewhere, so she's checking it out. All right. Still got to paint his hair. Christopher Stevens had brownish hair. I need to paint his shoes another layer. Sounds like somebody crashed one of the birds. All right. Let us see. It's looking all right. I gotta highlight his hands a little bit. I'm using Iraqi sand and a zero brush to highlight. Sorry if I'm out of frame because I don't have a reference point right now. Okay, so coming soon, be on the lookout for our contests for you to win, your opportunity to win the Spectre Miniatures Starter Set, the rulebook, 2nd edition, and 2 starter factions. One lucky winner will win that. And no, Marty can't win. We've already made that pretty clear. I've been thinking about what kind of contests we were going to have. And I think what we're going to do is before we start the actual gameplay is that we're going to ask people to make a prediction as to what happens in the game in each stage. And those who have the correct answers will draw. And remember, if you are a Facebook, you can comment on Facebook, on YouTube, and it will get you entries. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you get an extra entry for Level 1, 2 for level 2, and 3 for level 3. So keep that in mind. Alright, so I need a different brown for Mr. Stevens' head. His head. It's not orange by any means. We'll use this color. It's Contrast Agaros Dunes. So, Jim, I think you might have missed it when I started the conversation as to why we're using this miniature, because this is a HVT miniature from Spectre, because it closely resembles an ambassador-ish type person. I thought about cutting off the briefcase and grinding down his suit jacket, but I was like, that's a lot of work, and not so much that, but it would really alter the mini. So what I'm thinking, and this makes him stand out, obviously, from the crowd. So that's why we are keeping it looking like this. Just so you kind of know where we're coming from with this. That's looking good. So, just going to continue on. What happened? So.
Design flaw
with
Juliet's setup.
What happened?
When she runs on her wheel a lot,
yeah,
it vibrates her house.
Did her house fall off the thing?
It did.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, we're going to have to address that.
Okay.
After this. I have righted her.
Is she okay?
And the house. She seemed to be. She's not happy. There was water all over. So, yeah.
Juliet is our hedgehog. Technically not our hedgehog, but we house the hedgehog. It's Joey's hedgehog, our grandson. But
and let's see. P. Becca's. Hey there.
Hello.
Miney, get out of there.
All right, I'm going to go to a smaller brush.
Jen loves hedgehogs. Oh, you would love Juliet. She's so cute.
Who loves hedgehogs?
Jen.
Oh. Excelente.
She's really cute, but she isn't very social.
She's a hedgehog.
I want her. I don't.
She's
care.
not Sonic.
I want her to love us. I think she more loves when we don't bother her.
Oh, there's that.
She loves to run in her wheel.
All right. All right, I'm going to a 000 brush.
Getting serious.
Gonna try and paint an eyebrow.
Oh, and I had you on the workbench this whole time.
That's okay. That's all good. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Now we got to finish his tie and his shirt. His shirt's going to be white, obviously, so put that away so I don't ruin that brush. Oh, you guys. 000. What's this?
Epic Flames of War minis you have on the channel, Jim says.
Flames of War minis? We have Flames of War minis on the channel?
Stop it.
We do?
Talking to P. Becca's, maybe?
Oh. Is this, the Flames of War minis, are those the Team Yankee ones or the actual Flames of War ones?
don't know.
I don't know, quite know. Needs a little lightening up there.
Both.
Both. Okie dokie.
Anybody else that has pets, you can appreciate when you're hobbying and your animals don't understand that it's not good to bump things.
Right.
Because I got big and little moving around the room here.
Okay. Time to paint a shirt. I need white. We're going to use scale color white sand, so it's not pure. You know what? I need pure white. I want to use the pure white. Let me get that one. It's here somewhere. I think I have a white one or two whites here somewhere. Blanco. Minor.
She's helping.
Don't you growl at me. Get your bone. All right. Scale color Blanco. White. SC01. Why are you laughing? Blanco.
Rebecca says, the only moderns I do are Empress miniatures, Chinese, and Australians. I just use the Black Ops rules.
Oh.
Keeping life simple.
Simple's good. Simple's real good.
And now she's going to give you sound effects, too.
Yep. Swell. Sorry, I gotta pointer them up here so I can see. Okay. So, what is everyone's color that they hate using the most? White is a big pain in the arse.
Jim says yellow.
Yeah. That one does take some practice and skill. You got to build that one up.
Skovac says any paint not in a dropper bottle.
Right?
And P. Becca says white without a doubt.
I am 100%. I hate. Which camera you got going? Close up or what?
Close up.
I hate these kind. The Citadel dropper bottles. I hate them. I spill them all the bloody time.
I like the paint though.
Shh. We don't talk about that in this house. Yeah, they're nice. The contrast paints definitely do what they advertise.
Jim says white you can at least thicken a little. You thicken yellow with white and then you end up desaturating the hue. Yeah.
True. That's why you build up from red to orange to yellow. You gotta do it in layers. Truly, truly do. If you're really one of those crazy painters, you'll have 20 shades of yellow from your darks to the color you want.
Oh, here you go. P. Becca says, Vallejo have a wash called Pale Wash. It's good to use over white. It helps hide problems.
Oh.
Do you have
Speaking of
that?
which, I do not have that, but Andy, Zach, says, and he told, this is, Jim could talk to it better than I can, because Jim actually had that conversation. Oh, I broke a little thingy doohickey.
Squirrel.
He uses a gray wash. He uses, I think, gray paint and makes a wash out of it and uses that on white to highlight it. I think. Was it white? Or, I don't remember. I'm going to try a gray wash here on this white shirt, actually, after I get the color laid down that I want. See, the other problem is if you use the same paint over and over and over and lay down layer after layer after layer, it becomes a big, thick, globby mess. So get yourself a good wet palette. I'm using the new Army Painter wet palette here, and it's pretty nice, actually. Then your paints. Right, Duncan?
Says Pale Wash is very light gray. There you go.
All right. And use thin coats. Right, Duncan? Poor Duncan. I wonder what he's doing these days.
I don't know.
I don't think he's made an announcement yet. Who are you going to stalk now?
Jim says, I tried that Vallejo Pale Wash on my British infantry for my American Revolution armies. I might not have been doing it right, but it didn't work that well for me.
Results may vary. Miney, it's really hard to paint little tiny lines when you're licking my leg. I appreciate it though. All right, shirt's done. How's it look? Can you see it?
Nope.
You can't see the shirt?
Move him up into the shot.
I don't know which way do you need to go. Here?
Nope, I see the handle really well. Other way.
Here?
Yep, other way. Keep going. There you go.
Is that where you need it?
Yep.
Hold on a minute.
Make yourself a line. The chalk mark. Rebecca says you gotta water that wash down a bit. Don't use it straight out of the bottle.
There you go.
And Jim says light pale gray wash on desert vehicles.
That's what it was. Desert vehicles.
Yeah.
That's
It only works on larger scales, he found. Tried it on his 15 mil USMC Desert Storm Force and didn't really work.
Well, we're going to give it a shot right now. So I
wonder why scale wise. Why would it work? Why wouldn't it translate across?
Scale wise, I'm going to go with, because the bigger the scale, the less pigment you're laying down over a smaller area, so it's not going to look so muddy or dark versus smaller. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking with it.
I don't know. It just feels like it should be universal.
Universal. I need a gray. Let's brush on primer. I want that. Drake tooth, no. Anti-shine matte varnish, no. Spaceship exterior, perfect.
Stovak says, strangely, GW has had to recall all their super glue since 2014 in Canada due to not having childproof lids, it seems.
Okay. Why are children eating super glue in Canada? Are they mistaking it for maple syrup?
I was going to say, yeah, eating it, I don't know.
All right.
I could see putting it on, trying to put it on the palm of your hands to peel it off.
Right.
That would be bad. P. Becca said it also doesn't work on Star Wars Legion stormtroopers unless you want them to look like they've spent too much time in the trenches.
No, you never know. Right? Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Jim said that looks right, in quotes. On smaller minis, those highlights look too large and the vehicles look too dirty. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And Jim said your theory is correct. The pale wash sort of pools in the recesses looks like dust, or desert sand, or general desert wear.
Wait a minute. Could he say that again? Read that again.
This just in. Gianna's theory is correct.
What?
Fake news. Fake news.
Huh. I had a correct theory. My biology professor would be so proud. Minnie, why are you licking my sock? Well, that's looking good, actually. Okay, we'll let that dry up. And then I shall paint a red tie. Oops. So I see Ralph, and we'll talk about this. We record this Saturday. This might not work on this one.
P. Becca said the kids need super glue in Canada to glue their abrasions together from their frequent bear encounters.
Can you see if the multi-tool, see the multi-tool right there?
Yeah.
Can I have that? I gotta have my brew. Which one is it? Which one of these does it? This one. Yes.
Does that taste like freedom?
No, because it's Belgian. Stella Trois. I believe it's Belgian, right?
So what would that taste like?
Belgium. Does it taste like freedom?
Waffles? Sorry.
Wow. It's kind of harsh, man. It's kind of harsh. Oh, got a little drool. Gotta get it up. Got a little runoff here. Get it off, man. Okay. You know what tastes like freedom? Stroganoff. Mountain House. They are not a sponsor. But it is camp food. It's almost like an MRE. Arg. Well, Mountain House started out as an MRE producer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So excuse me while I chow down a little bit. That's damn good. Okay. Moving right along. I need a red. We will use Blood Angel Red. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, P. Becca says, yuck.
What's yuck? Beef stroganoff or MREs? Because I have both, and I like them. Some of them, not so much. Some of them I do like. Doobie 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 doo.
Depends on the MRE, Jim said. And P. Becca said both.
I don't know. What was that MRE I had? I had one, and it was actually a vegetarian one. God forbid. And it was actually good. I don't remember what it was called, but it was actually good. And then I had one, the maple syrup sausage one is disgusting, okay? That's when you eat when you have nothing left else to eat. I would eat that over spinach fettuccine. I would eat that over any spinach I would starve before I eat spinach. And I got 2 MREs. I bought a case of MREs because Joey and I, we have our special time, and like we'll go feed the horses early in the morning when he's here on the weekends, and he likes to do campfire food, and so we'll take breakfast skillet or something, and so I figured I'd get him MREs, and we can have MREs, and yada yada yada, and I got spinach fettuccine, and I got something else with spinach in it. Disgusting. So Dawn's got to eat those.
Yeah, they clearly didn't know who they were sending those to when they came
Nope.
your way. Huh?
I would starve before I ate those.
You say that, but that's not true.
Oh, yeah.
If you were hungry, you would eat it.
I would rather eat bat droppings.
Gross.
And get the coronavirus.
The what?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus?
Yeah, the coronavirus. The coronavirus. Oh, did you go on the call today?
I was.
I wasn't.
Yeah. You didn't miss much.
Okay. I guess they had another case in the U.S. 14 now.
They didn't say that as of...
It was on the news. All right, so there is our gentleman, Ambassador Christopher Stevens. I'm just going to clean up his shirt a little bit because, of course, a little of the red ran off because it's contrast paint, which is thinner. It doesn't like that. And now I got a pink shirt. Damn it! We'll wait for that to totally dry, and I'll have to paint that. Don't ever try and correct it when it's wet, because then you just get pink. Let's see. It actually looks pretty good. Damn brown shoes.
He looks stylish.
He does look. You know what? I gotta lighten up his skin tone a little bit. His skin tone's still really dark.
Maybe his skin is matching his briefcase and shoes. That's all.
Go back to the original color. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of white. Lighten it up just a shade. There we go. All right. Jim, do you have any games going on this weekend? What are people tuning into this weekend?
You guys will be chatting this weekend, right?
Saturday, yeah. We will.
Becca said, you guys use the Discord app.
We do use the Discord app. We should be using it now, but to be honest with you, I really don't know how to use it. And I should be using it because we have it set up for... Jim has it set up for his role-playing stuff. We have an actual Discord channel for SITREP. I had a Discord channel set up for Arma 3, which I have to get back into now that we've got the network figured out. So we can get our A-team going for missions. Yes, I have my own 12 Special Forces Group A-team for missions, which is cool.
And Jim says, Dark Star and American Revolution Sons of Liberty on Saturday. Not sure for Sunday.
Sons of Liberty. Is that the...
And Skovac says, we need Discord invite links.
Crap, now I gotta figure out how to use Discord. The Sons of Liberty, is that a Worthington game? Jim?
Jim says he's trying to get links.
I can't remember if is that the Worthington. It's not the Avalon Hill game because I have the 1776 right there, which we need to play. All right, so Marty's got to come over and play because I know you're never gonna play it. So why I keep kidding myself.
I like the outdoor survival game. Jim, I played an Avalon Hill game. I played outdoor survival and I won.
Yeah, you did. Because there was nothing die in that. There's nothing to blow up in that one.
And Becca said, we use it for paint and chat, and there's a big bunch of historical gamers all over the world that can get on there and talk while we paint.
Oh.
Nice. Uh-oh. And Jim says, Sons of Liberty and a Riskany special.
Oh.
Tactical scale. And Marty Schaefer's here. Yeah, figure out Discord. Looking good tonight. Are you getting any work done?
Well, if you were here, Marty.
But Marty says he'll play. Yeah, blow some stuff up. Bring your guy back in shot.
I know, I'm just trying to do a little bit of last minute highlighting here. There we go. Ambassador Christopher Stevens, everyone. We will save him. The GRS are going to save him. Nobody can stop us. Nobody.
Marty said he's here in spirit. He just finished his VFW meeting.
How many drinks?
Go says also need to unsquish the chat display on the stream. And Jim just shared a Discord invite.
Unsquish the chat stream.
Oh, I do see that.
Yeah, because we only have so much real estate there. We'll work on that. Maybe we'll do some kind of split screen or something better. Ralph, we'll have to work on new graphics then. Oh, God. All right. The ambassador.
Ambassador's looking good, Marty said.
Oh, he needs a belt. Damn it. Guess he's getting a brown belt, too.
Ooh, trendy.
Fudge. I hate it. Brown does not go with a suit.
Rebecca said, nice work.
Thank you. Okay. He's got a brown belt. Let me brown up his shoes some more because they're still kind of tan, which is fine. It could be, you know. They should be cowboy boots. Oh, wait, that's me. Love my cowboy boots. People make fun of me at work. I came in one day when I got up early to go feed the horses, and I was wearing, you know, jeans and cowboy boots and my Carhartt, my cowboy hat, and came into work, and it was like raining or something. I don't know. And they're like, "Did you get lost on your way to Dodge City?" I'm like, "No, fuckers."
Wow.
Whoa, whoa. All right, I need some more white here. Where is that white? Where is that white? Actually, I'm gonna go with the spaceship exterior. Don't look at me like that.
He talks like and they say I'm weird.
Right? Because his shirt is now pink, and it's driving me insane.
Oriskany's Rules of War number 267. Never make fun of a woman wearing combat boots. Cowboy boots.
Well, those two. I wear cowboy boots, or combat boots, on Mondays and... Oh, by the way, I'm working Monday and Tuesday.
Of course you are.
Shit.
That's right. I'll reschedule it again.
I actually had signed up before
I did that on purpose. And you go for Monday, Wednesdays.
Or did I do Monday? I'll look.
Okay.
I'll look. I actually had signed up before you
Bye, P.
rescheduled.
Signing off now. Nice chatting.
Take care. Come back and see us, y'all. So, Jim, I'm going to feel like you're going to have to be the master of the Discord because I really just not up on it and I need some tutelage on Discord. All right, Ambassador Christopher Stevens is good to go. Does it look good there?
I don't know. Let me pull up the close-up. Sorry. There we go.
How's that?
Looks good.
Yeah? Okay. We'll let him dry up. So we have the ambassador. still looking kind of goofy in the skin tone. I am not happy with that skin tone. I don't know. We'll let it dry up and I'll see. Maybe just the light he's under.
Jim says epic.
All right, so we have our GRS guys done. We've got the ambassador done. We got to pick some guys for security detail. So, Jim, I need some help. I need help. How many guys were in the security detail? Was it 3 or 4? Inquiring minds gotta know.
Now what are you looking for?
Security guys. Told you I had plenty. I just need to know how many. I don't want that one. They didn't have long range guys. I think they were carrying M4s and yada yada yada. If I had ones in baseball hats, it's probably the ones I want to go with. Just because they weren't really kitted up. Extremely well. That's one Marty painted, so we might use that as one. This is one Marty painted up. Do you see that, Lo?
Yep.
So we'll probably use that as one of the State Department guys. They definitely did not have grenade launchers, so we're not going to use that one. That doesn't belong with this. This goes on something else. So, we'll probably use. No, they didn't have saws either, so that's out. And looks like so that's an M4. That's an M4. That's an M4. Well, that one's probably better because it's very lightly kitted. So that one, that one, that one, and of course the long gun has the baseball hat. Why? I don't know. We'll use those for the State Department. I think it was 4, if I'm not mistaken. Jim can hopefully tell us more on that one. So Marty already painted up that one, so we'll use that one.
If you were hell-bent on that baseball cap, you could head swap somebody.
I could. Do I really want to, though? No, I can't. He has no neck. It's if you look, he's in a crunched down shooter position, so there isn't a good. I mean, I could cut it there, and
no, that's silly.
It might damage the metal too much.
And Jim says he's not sure. He's checking to see if he can quickly find a clue. Get a clue, Jim.
Oh.
Sorry, it was too easy.
So, question I have for everybody out there watching, and I don't know if this will drive Jim nuts or not, or anybody, but question. So let's take one of our long guys. This is either Oz or is it Tig? Do we put their name? Do we write their name like on the edge here or on the back so people know who's who? Would that make it easier to follow along with everybody? Or will that take away from the experience? So let us know. Let us know. The timer, what are we at for time for project?
11
days.
0, 48 and 54.
So 11 days, 48 minutes. So it's 11, 0, 48, and then seconds, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's 11 days, 48 minutes, and
40
seconds.
And counting.
Okay. So we still have some time because the guys at Blacksite Studio are working on getting us our fencing done for the compound because we'll be working on that soon. I got to paint up some more bad dudes. And I have a bad dude here I'm going to paint up right now just because we have a little bit of time left. And I'm going to give him a quick rundown of color. I do not want to use that blue. I'm going to use this gray. This is Space Wolves Gray. To paint his hoodie. Nice things about these minis is that we'll be able to use them in multiple games, not just Libya, since they're technically MENA forces. Middle East, North Africa. And Libya is in where? North Africa. Yeah. Halls of Montezuma, is it Shores of Tripoli? What is the Marine hymn? Jim should be able to tell us. Jim should sing it. It should be on our best of album. Coming Christmas 2020. Jim sings the classics. Battle Hymn of the Republic. The Marine hymn.
That sounds like... Oi.
Anchors Away.
Oi.
Look out, Bing Crosby.
Godfrey Gotti says hi.
Hello. Oops.
The Marine hymn is correct.
Ha. I may joke on the Marines, but I know their history and their lineage.
See, your best of album, that could be SITREP merch.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Oh, wait, which reminds me, I got to work on the store, I guess, because people have been yelling at me because they can't order stuff because it's not showing up. Oh, I don't have my sweatshirt on. Dang it!
You mean Marty?
Yeah, there was other people too. Yeah, Marty called. I can't order the sweatshirt. It's not showing up. I'm like, dude, I'm wearing one, so I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, we'll have to come up with a better store for that because we got some cool merch coming up. And I got to get the printer finished printing up our guys. The official SITREP podcast miniature. Which one are you on?
Well, I was on
Widescreen?
Workbench, yeah.
Are you going to close up? Can you see it? See it?
Yes.
Sergeant Rock. And it even has SITREP. Boom. Branding.
Fancy.
So everybody who's a supporter will be getting one of those. And then at the next level, you'll get one plus a shot glass. And at the highest level, the producer level, you'll get a mini, a shot glass, and a SITREP podcast dice bag from Cozy Dice. Which reminds me, I got to make sure Annie's got that together. All right. So I got his pullover, his hoodie. What color pants should we go with? And we're not going goofy greens or purples or.
Skovac says, "What level is supporter?" Now she's just making shit up. So.
I don't have a. I'd have to look at Patreon. Stand by. Standing by. Red leader standing by.
I was gonna say it.
Ha ha ha! I beat y'all. Standing by. Where is it? Chrome. Thank you. This is a Fire tablet, so it's not like a regular tablet. You can't just Patreon P-A-T. There it is. All right. I'm sorry. What was the question again there, Don?
What level is supporter?
Supporter. Supporter is the first level. So supporter gets the free mini. Team supporter is second level. That will get you the mini and the shot glass. And first sergeant is our producer level, or level 3, and that's the mini, the shot glass, and the dice bag. You're all important. It doesn't matter about the level. We appreciate your support no matter what you can or can't do. Just being part of the streams and stuff is more than enough. So don't feel like you have to be obligated to, support us financially.
Mrs. Kovac says, "I think I'm a net supporter, LOL."
So we appreciate everybody's support. We do.
Holy cow, Jim, what am I reading here? From the official report, There were 5 DS agents at the mission compound.
5? Dang it!
2 had traveled from Tripoli with U.S. Ambassador to Libya, Christopher Stevens, who was staying at the mission compound in Benghazi, and 3 others were assigned to the mission facility. In addition to the 5 DS agents on duty, there were 3 armed members of the Libyan 17th February Brigade Militia, 3 Libyan National Police officers, and 5 unnamed members of the local security team contracted through the British company.
Yeah, but they didn't stick around.
Blue Mountain Group, who were guarding the mission facility that night. In addition, 6 armed CIA security personnel plus an interpreter operating out of the nearby annex were able to respond quickly after receiving word of the attack.
Quickly, huh? Yeah, there's debate on that. So, all right, so how many guys do I need to paint? That's all I need to know. We got our 6 GRS. We have our interpreter. We have the ambassador. I have 4 guys laid out for State Department security.
See, I'm telling you, you need to do like a little whiteboard screen.
You're
where
right.
We can like just mark this on the fly.
You're right.
And Jim said that's copy pasted from the report. Gotcha.
I really want to paint his boots red, but I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. Sorry.
Short answer is 5 DS agents at the mission compound.
5. Okay. I'll pick one more. Hey, anybody out there? This is to all you fine folks, learned scholars, gamers, extraordinaires. I know.
And it looks like you're painting a Green Bay Packer from here.
Not a Green Bay Packer.
I'm like, what is happening?
That's it. Cancel the show.
And
Burn down.
You're hiding the miniature in your face.
I know, because I don't have a handle for them. Give me a second.
Get a handle on it.
All right. What was I saying before you so rudely interrupted me?
Sorry.
That's all right. We need content suggestion, people. You fine folks out there that tune in and, join chats and watch us do goofy stuff and paint, sort of, and things like that. If you have content suggestions, topic suggestions for the podcast, please let us know. And if you're at the producer level, that's the first sergeant level, you are a producer of the show. So you can actually come on the show. We will Skype you in for a podcast, and you can talk your hearts away, and we all make fun of you.
Skoback says, let's plays.
Let's plays. Damn it, Skoback! All right, per Skoback, since he's one of our tried and true followers, which one would you like to see? Challenge us.
Let's see.
Challenge us.
Battle Group Northag, since you should be getting yours soonish.
You're right. It should be coming soon, right? I ordered the entire starter set. Surprise! And that's 10 mil, right? 10 mil? Yeah, 10 mil. Which will be awesome. I'm excited for that scale. We can have some grand battles there.
Yes, 10 mil.
So it'll be interesting to see how the rolls are. It'll be interesting to see how it plays. And what we feel we need outside of what comes with the kit. Because at 10 mil, I feel we have more options as far as vehicles and troops. I like 10 mil. I mean, I have that Napoleonic set in 10 mil. I have yet to take out of the box and do anything with.
True.
But I do like that scale. I do like 10 mil. I'm very, it's going to seem weird, I'm very big about micro scales. Epic. I have Epic. But I like the smaller scales. I mean, I like 28 mil for skirmish and stuff, but when you want to put a whole bunch of people on a battlefield, 10 mil, 6 mil. I mean, I even have 3 mil guys, here. These are 8 mil tanks, M1s. Why 8 mil? Because that's the scale that this came in. These were printed on our printer. But I, can scale up or down. So if I want to add some M1s to North Ag, I'm going to scale them up to 10 mil. Boom, boom.
And Jim said, I was going to say, we kind of do Let's Plays almost every week.
Yeah.
But miniatures Let's Plays are a challenge, of course.
So now that we have the studio space opened up, our studio downstairs, we can definitely do some Let's Plays.
Skoback says, G keeps saying mini Let's Play one day, so I got to keep prodding for that.
Yeah, okay.
She asked, right? Fair is fair.
Fair is fair. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. I almost painted him Caucasian, and that probably wouldn't have worked. Okay. All right. Well, we are 7 minutes out from our allotted airtime. Because, when it's just me, things get a little boring after a while. I don't have Marty to feed off to make fun of. Well, we don't have Chris here. Let's be honest. Marty and I don't have Chris here, the Wimmer, to make fun of, which we enjoy doing so much. Because we like making fun of his neuroses. What do you say? How do you say? Neuroses. Because that boy could skin a pig 20 ways a Sunday. It's an old country saying when you beat the dead horse. So, we could do that. We could have a Colorado meetup, a gamers camping meetup, and we could just play games in our land in Colorado. That would be cool. Dawn's like, not me. Well, we'd have the camper then. See, we'd have the camper. As long as you said, as long as we had the camper, right?
Yep.
Yep. I did say that. Dang it. Okay.
And Jim says, per the official report and their testimony, the DS team did not fire a shot during the attack on the compound.
We're not going to say a dang word about that. Okay, wait a minute. I got to go.
So I don't know if I would worry about 4 or 5 guys, because I certainly wouldn't buy any miniatures for that.
Well, I didn't buy them. I already have them. We're going to put them in there because maybe they will become a factor in our version of alternate history. Okay, so going back to realistic history, how do you not shoot at all the bad guys coming into your compound? Because according to the movie, all the puss boys, the DS agents, all hid in buildings, and the one guy was like crying and panic attacking. Now, to be fair, you had the guys that were assigned to the ambassador trying to find him in the fire. But if you had 4 or 5 guys with weapons and body armor, they did not do anything to protect that guy. They put him in a safe room that wasn't really a safe room. They basically threw him in a jail cell. And you didn't fight your way out or get to a place where you could hold off. They were more worried about saving their own ass than who they were guarding.
And Jim's like, I was just reading the report. And Jen's like, dice miniatures at a campsite?
Yeah. Miniatures. We could play some board games. We could make it a 4th of July thing. We could watch fireworks from the mountaintop. Did we see fireworks last time? No, we didn't really see any, did we? We saw a flash of sky.
Yeah.
But the sky at night, it's gorgeous. Because we own some land out in Colorado, and we go out and camp there. And I mean, there is literally nothing around. There's no electricity, no water. You have to bring everything with you. It is like off the grid. So, we could go out there and have a nice barbecue, grill, camp out, play games, and shoot guns, things like that. So, we really enjoy it.
And Jim said, trying to find the ambassador and then tried to ventilate the building by breaking out the skylight.
Who did? The DS agents?
Jim said he's reading the report as
well. I know. I'm going to go, okay, I wasn't there. So, I'm only basing off what I've read in the book and what I've seen in the movie, because I have not been there. I have not read the official report all the way through. But I can tell you that if I was assigned to protect somebody, one of us would be walking out, or none of us would be walking out. That's the way I feel about it. So, but again, I wasn't there. I don't know all the circumstances. All right, another baddie done. I just got to finish up his weapon. Sorry to go on my rant. All right, I think that'll bring us to the half hour, yeah?
Yep.
So guys, thank you for joining us on this wonderful abbreviated version of Present Arms, working on 13 days at 13 hours. We painted up the ambassador, Christopher Stevens, boom, 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 which I got to fix his shirt because it's still pink. And I still am not happy with the skin tone. It looks a little dead flesh. And I just don't like that. So I got to put some life back into him. But hair turned out nice, and his eyebrows turned out nice. Dang, I actually got eyebrows this time. That's awesome. But I think it looked okay overall. What do you think? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll fix up a little bit. I'll just top him off, finish his belt. But that's our ambassador. So that is our target. That's our package. That's who we're going to rescue with our GRS guys. So the way this is planning out right now is phase 1 is transit game. So once we're going to kind of follow a timeline. So Jim is going to set it up there. Okay, this is when they get the call. I don't know if we're going to put in, I guess we need to talk, we can talk about this on the podcast, but do we do some kind of randomization for when the guys leave, or do we follow the timeline exactly when they actually pulled out? Because, according to who you talk to, some said the CIA chief wouldn't let them leave as soon as the call came out. So do we play it up to that point in history, or do we say, okay, you roll a dice, and on such and such roll, you convince the chief to let you leave early? And then go from there. These are all the kind of factors we have to look into. And then race through the town, the 1.5 miles, I think it was, from the compound to the ambassador's compound, and fight our way through and rescue the ambassador and get out. So now everything is scenario live driven, so if we lose any of the GRS guys en route, they're out of the miniatures game. They're non-factor. If we lose the ambassador before the GRS guys can pull him out, game's over. I mean, that's pretty much the game. Then it becomes, do we continue on as a fight for survival and pull out all the survivors and see who makes it back? We probably will, because if the ambassador dies and we can't rescue him, then we've kind of done all this work for naught. But, obviously that'll be a defeat. So, we'll in the parameters. And then, we're using, I think we just decided we're going to use skirmish Sanguine rules versus Spectre rules at this point, at least. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. And guys, give us your thoughts. Like I said, the contest is probably going to go live right when we start our first scenario on the transit game, and it's going to be prediction based. You guys will put in the comments what you think happens. Who dies, who lives, do we survive, do we accomplish our mission, and then we'll draw a winner from that, and they will win the Spectre miniature starter set, your 2nd edition rulebook, and 2 starter factions. So guys, thanks for joining us. Make sure you tune in this weekend for gaming, and make sure you be on the lookout next week for the next edition of the podcast. And until we see you again, Dawn, thanks for running the board. Thanks to everybody out there for commenting. This is G, and we are out.
Are you looking to become a Tier 1 operator in the gaming world? Elevate your games with Black Site Studio Terrain.